Aquarius.
So before we start off on your reading here for June, just a little news flash. Those of you on my newsletter have already started to receive the daily Astro podcast, now available to you here on my YouTube channel, along with another new feature, which is your tarot forecasts. Now, the monthly ones will be individually designed for your sun signs. The daily Tarot and Astro podcasts, though, however, are general for all of us, not pertaining to your specific zodiac sign. But the monthly Tarot will be just like the monthly astrological ones, where you can listen to your sun sign. I hope you'll enjoy, and I will be posting a link here on the video itself, also in the description down below, for easy access for this new feature. Hello Aquarius, I think you're going to love this forecast. This is your forecast for June 2015. Now the full focus for the most part is going to be in your 5th house for love and romance, for self-expression, creativity, and not only do you have the sun, the new moon, Mercury, and Mars here, but you're going to be receiving a beautiful transits to this area, so listen up. Now, the new moon here is going to be on June the 16th. So this is the area where you really want to focus on putting down your intentions. And it's good it's not there before the 16th. Why? Well, it's going to allow you to really embody and embrace all the good feel from top of the month and straight through. So it will allow you on the 16th to say, hey, I want more of this. And that is where you're putting down your intentions, that to recall how it feels, to feel so good, and then shunt it into the next coming 12 months. Of course, the most powerful time will be within the next month, but it hones the potential for a full 12 months until the new moon will revisit here again next year. Also, don't forget to write your abundance check on this day. That is writing out a check to yourself to be paid in full by the law of the universe, so that we can have the attraction of bringing in and giving out in such a wonderful way. Now, let's start top of the month. We have on June 2nd, we got the full moon. Full moon this month will be in your social area for hopes and dreams and spending time with your friends, also attracting whoever else new may be coming upon your path within groups and organizations. So this is where the flashlight is going to be, and you might just be out and about and really having a good time on the 2nd. On the 6th, we got Mars, which is your drive, your goals, your ambitions. Well, this is coming in with a beautiful sextile to Jupiter, and we know that when Jupiter touches any planet, it does it in a big way, an expansive way. So Jupiter being abundant and very gracious, well, just look at your physical drive and energy here on this day, where I feel that it's coming out in a way that you might have hoped for, might anticipated, and here we go. It is between your 5th and 7th house, so definitely something here with love and romance for you. For those of you in a relationship, you should see that Jupiter here in your 7th house for long-term committed relationships, and Mars being in that romantic house. Well, this is really good. Some of you could even get engaged here on this day, or a wedding could be, or attending somebody's wedding. It's definitely very romantic. Now, if you are thinking of partnering up with somebody, maybe for business, because we also have to think about the 5th house as being a business house, well then those connections, those partnerships should be good. Same day on the 6th, we got Venus, which is also your romantic, emotional side, what you love and desire, but it's also money. Now this is coming in with a beautiful trine to Saturn, and Saturn will always give you roots and security and ground those things that are good for you. And Saturn in your chart is in the 11th house, so your hopes and dreams is now being structured by Saturn, and Venus being in your at that time 7th house has to do with love, partnership, and a trine is something that you have obtained after having worked for it. So it's not an initiation necessarily of new, like the conjunctions bring. Trines are something you've worked for and now you're achieving it. It's more like reaping your harvest. Wonderful day there on the 6th. On the 8th, we have the Sun, which is you, sextiling Jupiter. Jupiter again in your 7th house for committed love or also partnerships. You're being blessed upon with this golden beam to the Sun, and the Sun being in your 5th house, well, it's a playful energy. This is your self-expression. It's your creativity and your partner here honoring something, or you may be honoring your partner, something, granting a gift that is something substantial. That's how we can put it. On the 9th, we have Mars, which is our goals. It's our drive, our physical self. It is really up with energy, especially because Uranus is involved. And Uranus is, it's like time on steroids, okay? It's an accelerator. Just like Mercury rules time on a linear level, Uranus speeds things up, and the acceleration right now has to do with you picking up your drive, goals, and ambitions, your creative self. Whatever projects you have might just take a quantum leap here on this day. And lo and behold, just over the next day, there's another couple of transits coming in. Mars and Uranus will still be active. It doesn't move away that quickly. So the influence of your drive is now going to be coupled with Mercury and Venus, also in a harmonious aspect, which is news of communication having to do with money or love, because it's Venus. And the Sun also, which is you, will receive an unexpected news bit here from Uranus as well. So Uranus being in the 3rd house has to do with short distance trips. Some of you might have to travel really quickly on a spur of the moment. You might just throw yourself in the car and take a road trip to get some inspiration. Or you might just have unexpected visitors coming in, and it could be siblings. The 3rd house rules siblings, but it could also just be somebody that you care for that you haven't seen for a while. So busy days there, 9 through 10. On the 14th, the Sun will conjunct Mars, and conjunctions are always new initiations, new beginnings. So the Sun being you and Mars wanting to kick into action, this is a great day to do so. We're done with Mercury retrograde. We're only 3 days into it moving direct. So we're still in the shadow, but it's still safe though to start off anything. Now, where would that be in your chart? Well, Mars is in your 5th house. So I'm thinking this could very well so be a project that you have been thinking about wanting to launch. This is awesome, awesome time for it. If you're wanting to do something special, say within the arts, you'll be highly not just inspired, but it's like, oh, your drive is so much there that you can accomplish very much in a very short amount of time. On the 22nd, we got Jupiter, once again our blessed planet, the gift giver of abundance, coming in here from the area of the 7th house from your partner or your significant other or whomever you work very closely with, is coming in here from the 3rd house of communication. Now, Jupiter might just give you news of something that you've been waiting for, and if so, this news should really open up a floodgate of joy. It will linger throughout that whole week, because all the way on to the 29th, where Jupiter was on the 22nd, Venus is coming in, very same degree, triggering that same aspect of good news coming in. And Venus, of course, being love and or money. Well, this is a wonderful time for you. And some of you might see that it is just between you and your partner having this expansion. Others will be seeing that people are coming to you, or you might be going away traveling to, say, have a reunion. And in that case, that whole week should be beautiful for it. Now, I did mention the new moon on the 16th, so do pay attention to it. It's a fantastic, maybe one of the better new moons all year here for you. Now, the full moon on June 2nd is going to be in your area of your social, your area of friendship. So there could be people coming in here that could be of support and positive influence for you later on, but also here on the very day of June 2nd. We have Neptune going retrograde this month here, Aquarius, and Neptune is our vision, our dreams. It's also our spirituality. It's more of those loftier things that we have, and it going retrograde, it's not going to have such a huge impact. Why? Because Neptune is one of those outer planets, so it's not like our inner planets where we feel and have consequences right here in the physical. But since it rules dreams, you might just come to see that things are going to slow down on moving forward with vision. However, what is important, and which all retrogrades are, it's more about giving us second chances. It's going to go retrograding back into the past, say, 5-6 months, trying to catch up again with some of those ideas that you had and you brainstormed and probably were too busy to act upon at the time. Maybe you've made notes of it, but you'll start seeing how these are going to start bubbling up to the surface again, so you can work on them, tweak them, give them a little bit more flesh on the bone, so to speak. So by the time that Neptune goes direct again, you'll see that's going to be a part of that new long-term cycle of manifesting dreams from the lofty dimension into the physical, concrete dimension. I think you're going to appreciate that. We have Mars is going to change signs from Leo on the 24th. So until the 24th, you have all this energy here of Gemini. Gemini is communicative, so you're going to feel that talk is important because Mars is wanting to verbalize the things that you're working with, the creative visions that you are seeing. And then after the 24th, it's going to move into Cancer. So that's more of a water sign. You're going to embody your physical drive in a different way and then start nurturing differently. So busy communication until the 24th. And then we have Saturn, which I do want to mention, which for you is going to move back into your career house here after the 15th. Currently, it's transiting in the 11th house for groups and organizations. But you recall, for those of you who've been following, when Saturn was going through your career house, well, that ended here end of December. So you've had a feel of how it is in this new area, but now it is retrograding back into the 10th to your career, just to wrap up any loose ends that might still be there. So that's going to give you ample time to work with. It's not going to turn around and go direct again before that of, I believe it's November 15th. So yes, good time for it to kind of clear up those things. But since we have so many beautiful aspects, only 6,000 trains, I would say listen to your partner this month just to know where he or she is going to be receiving all of these blessings. And why I always say listen to your moon and rising sign too. Well, this month especially, it will give you more of a focus. We know that for you, Aquarius, it's the 5th house of joy, of creativity, of play. But in your moon and rising sign readings, you will get so much more out of it to see other places in your chart that also will be amplified by this reading here of June. So listen, enjoy it, and I'll see you next month there in July. Bye now.